This is the Kitchen Sink WP Podcast, episode 304.
I program my home computer.
We have a server crash, 404 error, page not found, links aren't working, system is crashing, system is crashing, system is crashing.
Your old HTML website, barely alive. We have the technology. We have WordPress. A new website, better than it was before. Better, stronger, faster. We have the technology. Why, hello everybody. This is Adam Silver, the host of the Kitchen Sink WP podcast. Thanks for being here. Let's get started. All right, I'm excited. Okay, upcoming events. We have no WordCamps, as I've said in the last couple weeks, but we do have an event. Late January, I'll mention it now, it's a virtual event. WPEngine, my friends over at WPEngine, they are hosting a virtual Decode conference on January 29th. It is free. It's from 8 a.m. to 6:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is over at attend.wpengine.com/decode-2020. It's going to be pretty cool. And actually, I was looking at the list of speakers, pretty darn impressive. And I know a whole bunch of them. Carrie Dills, Syed Balki, Rebecca Gill, Elaine Schlescher, Jason Cohen, Rick Knutson. I don't know Rick, but I thought I did. Aruba will be there. My friend Aruba, she's speaking as well. I say could be there, but it's like I said, it's virtual. Who else? She's been on this. No, she hasn't been on the show. Troy Dean, who's been on the shows, will be speaking as well. It's going to be really cool, actually. So I have already registered for it. I recommend you do as well. It's virtual, so there's no travel, and you can watch at your own leisure at home during the day. Check it out. Like I said, attend.wpengine.com/decode-2020. So there you go. Oh, Kareem, he's also speaking. Kareem Maruki, I know him. Okay, so that's it for the upcoming events. Moving on to segment one, in the news. Only one real thing because it's kind of the end of the year, so not a whole lot going on in the news. WordPress 5.3.2 maintenance release came out. This release had 5 fixes and enhancements. Date time issue, some uploads, file name collision was an issue, just some code stuff, smaller little things, but they were fixed and they're updated, and we are still on track for a 5.4 release. I believe it's January, so there's that calendar on the website there as well. I think that is it. Yeah, that's it in the news this week. So move right along to segment 2, the meat and potatoes of this week's show. Planning for 2020. As the year comes to a close, now is a great time to check with clients, review your business things, set some goals for next year, or at least Q1, at a bare minimum, maybe 3 months. And you have 2 weeks to do it, people. So why not start right now? The day of this episode comes out, start. And if you listen to this later, start for the next quarter. Just never hurts to start whenever you happen to hear this episode. So here are 9 things that I'm doing, and perhaps you can do in the next week or two to prepare for 2020, the whole year, or even just Q1 for that matter. No, I don't want to put a lot of pressure on you, but the end of the year is around the corner. So number 1, update your prices. So it's a new year. Maybe it's time for new prices. This is very common to happen in the industry, in many industries. New year it's that calendar, it's that rollover, set new prices. And maybe not for your current clients. I don't see myself raising prices for my current maintenance clients, but anyone new moving forward, I've already raised prices about 3 months ago on some packages, but across the board we raise prices. So for development, and that is going to happen again for my agency as well. My base price will go up about $1,000. We'll add some more value to that as well, but it's kind of the time to do it. So it's an easy line in the sand. Number 2, update clients and tell clients about any terms and conditions and policy changes. For example, the one that I'm going to do is late fees. It's a primary concern of mine. In some of my client interactions, we've had late payments, and it's kind of stressful and just not ideal. So I'm going to let clients know that as of January 1, late terms will be X, Y, or Z. After not payment, there will be a late fee charged, etc. And projects could be put on hold. So there's that. And of course, there's always the risk of pushback on this, I'm sure. And I guess a client could walk. Well, you have to, weigh that out, the pros and cons there. Okay. Number 3, offer new services. Maybe offer maintenance if you don't offer maintenance now. Offer site audits, SEO services, blogging, back to the terms and conditions. And that got me thinking, maybe go ahead and sign up with Termageddon. Donata was on this show a couple episodes back. We talked about Termageddon and how they actually have an agency plan to where you as an agency can offer this to your clients to help manage this for them. You can kind of resell it and offer it as an upsell or as a value add to your own services. So check that out as well. I'll put a link to that in the show notes to her interview and to Termageddon. So it's an awesome service. I just recommend it. And I don't think I'm even an affiliate. Maybe I should be. I don't know. Okay, here's a crazy thought. Number 4, cancel services that you offer. That's right. If certain things you offer aren't adding to the bottom line of your business financially, and maybe just causing stress, maybe it's time to not offer them anymore. So for example, I'm no longer offering maintenance, just pure maintenance client work to sites that we didn't build. Now, so that said, I do offer the client an alternative, that being a retainer, and I have definitions of both, but I learned that the amount of work that it took us to onboard ourselves to a site we didn't build was not worth it anymore based on the pricing I had. So I am going to actually add some verbiage to our maintenance page on the website, changing it or indicating like, look, if we didn't build your site, you can't sign up for this. We're not going to take you, but here's an alternative. Here's another option for you. So if you offer something that you don't want to offer anymore, don't do it. Now's the time to turn it off and say, no, we don't do that. And just pivot. It's that simple. It really is. Okay. Number 5, review all your processes. Or if you don't have any, create some and then document them. That's what they are. In order to scale, in order to have your job and your work and your business be easier, you need to have processes and put them in place and then be consistent with them and then use them, obviously, consistently. It'll make your day-to-day of your business run much smoother. Instead of having to think, what do I do next? What's going on? How do I price this? Just have it be in a process. For example, I've moved all of my website projects, personal and client-based projects, out of OmniFocus in the past 3 months. Everything now resides in Asana. And the reason I did this is it makes more sense to me. In case I need to delegate the work, either personal or client-based work, if I need to delegate, I can do it. It's there. It just makes more sense to have it in a place where I can have my team log in and look at it. I can also actually give access to a client to the Asana projects so they can see where things are at. If they're a retainer client, they can add things to the retainer right then and there. I mean, not to the retainer. They can add to the task lists. They can prioritize what they want us to work on based on the contract that we may have with them. So there you have it. So, and also I can't share in OmniFocus. It's just more of a one-to-one. It's not a one-to-many. So I keep my own personal things there. It's a pseudo staging place for my ideas to percolate. And I'm also creating some templates to work within Asana. So just make it even easier. Instead of having to think, okay, here's a new website project. What are all the steps? Each time, I just want to template that. And of course, I can always add and remove based on the project, but it makes it that much easier. So review your processes, create new ones if you don't have them, and then use them consistently. Number 6 is automate things. So I'm doing a lot more with Zapier. And by the way, that's how you say it. It's called Zapier because it rhymes with make you happier, right? So it goes back to the process idea. So with Zapier, I can then create an Asana project automatically. Once the client accepts the proposal that I send, by saying accept and make a payment, I can have Zapier create a zap to send that information to Asana, which then takes my template and starts it for me. So I'm automating things just to take myself out of the equation and have things run that much faster and easier. So definitely automate some things. Look into how you can maybe automate Zapier or if this, then that service. There are free levels on both. Actually, if is completely free. Zapier has paid and free level. I'm on the free level. It works just fine for me. So check out about automating things. Number 7, review your subscriptions and expenses. So this is a big one. So it's the end of the year. Where did your money go? Email providers, premium plugins, all those AppSumo services and deals we got during the year, they can add up. Are you still using them? Are they monthly fees, month to month? Are they yearly? Can you cancel now? Do you need to wait 6 months, 8 months before you cancel? Track it, put it into a document, cancel when you don't need them. Simple as that. You can always come back. If it's something that you thought, you know what, I'm going to use this, and you didn't, let it expire. If you really want it back, you'll get it again. Simple, really. And that goes for, non-work related things per se. Spotify, Apple Music, Netflix, those add up as well. So keep that in mind. So, number 8, gather all the information sooner than later for taxes. All you need from your contractors, your suppliers. If you were subbed out yourself, maybe make sure that the people who hired you have what they need from you. Just go ahead and volunteer it. Just make it easier so that way you can get your taxes done earlier in the year, let's say February instead of April. Just imagine the less stress you'll have if you just know that it's taken care of. So, and number 9, join a mastermind. Accountability will help you. Trust me in this. I was in one this year. It was really good. I'm going to look for a new one for 2020. If not, maybe run one in one capacity or another. But join a mastermind. That accountability will keep you on task, keep you on track. You'll have a place to go to spitball, brainstorm, to help get support in a non-judgmental way. And I think it's a really good thing to do. So there you go. Those were the 9 things. Oh, lastly, here's a bonus for you. The last thing is this: your mental health. Ask for help if you need it. Someone to talk to, not just this time of year, all year round. It doesn't have to be just the holidays. It doesn't have to be the beginning of the year. If you are good now, fine. If you need help in June, ask for help. Just reach out to the community that you are a part of. Somebody is there to help you. So that's the bonus number 10. So, okay. There you go. Update prices, update clients, tell them about new terms and policies, offer new services, review your processes, automate things, review subscriptions and expenses, gather your information for taxes, join a mastermind, and take care of your mind. Simple as that. Okay. That is it for this week on that. Moving on to segment 3, tip and tool of the week. This was one, I'm not sure where I heard about this. It's CSS Scan Pro and non-pro, I guess. There are 2 versions of it. There's CSS Scan. I think it's like $60 for the app or for the service. There's also Pro, which is a little bit more expensive. It's pretty cool. You can actually, it's a browser extension that sees all the CSS on every page. As you scroll over things, you can get all the information about all the divs, all the tags, the style, CSS, everything. Pretty neat. There's a way you can try it for free on their website. Check it out over at cssscanpro.com if you're interested in that. It's really cool for front-end dev and figure out how to target things and how to change the front end of a site pretty fast too. I have no connection to them. I'm not an affiliate, and I'm just kind of toying with it. It looks really cool. So again, only buy it if you're going to use it. So there you go. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. If you have any questions, go ahead and send it in via email, adam@KitchensinkWP.com, or use a speak pipe function on the website. You can support the show by becoming a Patreon over at KitchensinkWP.com/Patreon. You can sponsor the show, form on the website. Thank you so much for listening. See you next week. Now go out and do some awesome things with WordPress. Bye-bye.